All right, welcome to Module 2. We're going to look at the pre-module review really quickly. And our objective is that I can use a multiplication chart to solve multiplication and division problems. We're going to review some things you learned in 6th grade, including a quick refresher on what factors and multiples are. If you remember from last year, a factor is a number that can be multiplied to make a goal number, whereas a multiple is the product of a factor and a whole number. Let's look at an example, kind of help this make sense. If we have the problem 4 times 3 equals 12, let's label these. Here, 4 and 3 are both factors. They are what's being multiplied. 12 is a multiple. It is the answer of a multiplication problem. So 12 is a multiple of 4 and a multiple of 3. If we count by 4s, we land on 12. If we count by 3s, we land on 12. So it's a multiple of both. Now, when we use a multiplication chart, we've got to remember where our factors and multiples are. You'll notice right here we have some grayed out sections and then some not grayed out sections. Right here, this part and this part, these are our factors. These are the numbers we are multiplying to get our goal number. These numbers in the middle are our multiples. They're multiples of different numbers. If I want to know the multiples of 5, for example, I could find the 5 here, and I could just follow my finger all the way down. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. These are all multiples of 5. Notice if I come over to this 5 and I go across, I get the same numbers. So if we look at 42, for example, 42 is a multiple of 6 and 7, which means that 6 and 7 are factors of 42. So how do we use a multiplication chart to help us with multiplication and division problems? Let's find out. If I want to know what 7 times 6 is, funny enough, we just did that one. I'm going to go over here to 7, I'm going to go to 6, and I'm going to find out where they meet 42. So 7 times 6, 42. And it doesn't matter which 7 and which 6 you use. If I use this 6 and this 7, and I go to where they meet, I get the same answer. All right, our next example is 12 times 2. Notice there's no multiplication symbol here. If there's no symbol, it's multiplication. Multiplication is the only operation that can be invisible. So we would read this as 12 times 2. I'm going to use this 2, and I'm just going to count down to 12. There's 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2 times 12 is 24. Now, you might be thinking, this is a multiplication chart. How the heck does it help us with division problems? Let's find out. If I want to know, this is a bit of a rough problem. This one has decimals, so I'm going to modify it. We're going to make this into 56. So we're going to do 56 divided by 8. Well, I know that 8 probably goes into 56 somehow. Maybe not exactly. In these problems, we're going to look at exact whole number answers. So I'm going to go over to 8. I'm going to follow it over till I get to 56. 56 has a factor of 8 how many times? 7 times. So 56 divided by 8, we line up everything 7 times. So we would just put a 7 right here. Next we have 77, and I apologize for the slightly chaoticness over here. We're going to ignore this 12. 77 divided by 7. Well, I'm going to find my 7. I'm going to follow it down to 77. And I'm going to follow it over. 11. 77 divided by 7 is 11. So even with division, if you know one of your factors, 7, and you know what number you're looking for, the bigger number, 77, notice we went down, so to find our answer, we're going to have to go across. I could have gone across to 77, and then we'd have to go up to find 11, but either way works. Next we have 72 divided by 9. 9 is our factor, 72 is our multiple, so I'm going to go over to 9, I'm going to follow it over till I get to 72, I'm going to follow it all the way up, 8. 72 divided by 9 is 8. Lastly, you might also see division written like this as a fraction. What this means is 40 divided by 10. Top number divided by bottom. Notice the division sign here kind of looks like a fraction bar, except instead of numbers on top and bottom, we have just dots. So fraction bars, fractions and division are usually the same. So 40 divided by 10, 10 is our factor, 40 is our multiple. So we go to 10, follow it over to 40, go all the way up, 4. 40 can be divided by 10 to get us 4. Or 10 can go into 40 4 times. All right, go ahead and jump into 2.1 and let us know if you have any questions.